It's week 2 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see Stephon Diggs. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Tigers and the Dreadnoughts, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 24.
Now from the host city of so many Pro Bowls, we're on the island of Oahu in the capital city of Honolulu, Hawaii. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Tigers of San Juan taking on the Dreadnoughts of Honolulu. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at this Honolulu team as they get ready for this one.
They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in week 1.
Meanwhile, for visiting San Juan,
they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually...
Two teams here fresh off week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports?
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. At a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And when you watch Kenny Pickett play, you see a young man who got better every season in college and really blossomed in his final campaign. Took his game to a new level and made him a first-round pick in the NFL. He's the type of kid who can beat you with his mind, beat you with his arm, and occasionally with his legs. A tough, skilled performer. Kenny Pickett, he's got some moxie to him.
The numbers for Travis Kelce last week.
8 catches, 67 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. It was just 3rd down and short, but he'd bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
And that's just the 3rd play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3-and-out. They did. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
3rd down and 1. Now Pickett. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Back to throw, Pickett. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nate Hobbs. He's to the 15.
And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
So they get the interception, and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old Olay, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick 6, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position.
They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. This one finds Wilson downfield.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Pickett sets up play action. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Diggs in motion left.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing is Hurts.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football, and he's got a first.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
So for 30-some-odd years, we held the Pro Bowl here in Hawaii, but all along what the locals here wanted was a team of their own. And now they've got one, and they could not be happier. And I don't say that lightly because they always seem happy here. But now this could be the start of something really, really special.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Taylor. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. They'll run the toss here with Taylor.
And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
But first down, Hurts. A short throw caught by Andrews.
So no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Now we'll pause for the injured player, and it's Jonathan Taylor who's shaken up. That certainly would be a major loss for this offense. Hopefully he's okay.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. San Juan now getting set to take over on offense.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery able to avoid him at the 40. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Pickett now on 1st down.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 2nd down, Montgomery.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Here's Pickett.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he stopped at the 44. It's also a gain of 4. And now it's 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Hurts. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
San Juan now getting set to take over on offense.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Pickett back to throw.
Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. Pickett going to bootleg it.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
And his throw here is incomplete.
It certainly looks like they saw some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Montgomery back to the ground. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack.
Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Carlson able to put this one through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Honolulu offense making its return to the field now. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Now a dump off here complete. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Hurts throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And this is caught. Touchdown!
Jerry Judy.
His first touchdown here in the new campaign.
And the Dreadnoughts are able to extend their lead. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. San Juan now getting set to take over on offense.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. But
Travis Kelce! And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Now a 2nd and 10.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. To the right side, it's Kelce. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Pickett.
Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
Get a look at Jerry Judy as he leads his offense back out there for this next series.
He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down.
San Juan's offense ready to get started again. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. I wonder if they're wandering back to the huddle thinking to themselves, can we just hit rewind and go back a play? Definitely not the down they wanted to begin this drive by giving up a sack. But for the defense, that's exactly how they drew it up.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Pickett.
He's got a man here. It's Montgomery.
Still going inside the 20.
And finally taken down at the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 63 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Touchdown! Travis Kelce in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Tigers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go to the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And he bangs it through and makes it a 17-13 ball game.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and what equates to be a very tough opponent. We just watched a fine first half out of the mobile quarterback, that's Jalen Hurts. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This taken in right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
This is 2nd and 8.
At the 39-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Well, Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
Hassan Reddick from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
They're going to look to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. So they bring out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. It's taken to the 26. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the 1st half was there.
Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And his throw is incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
A 48-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
San Juan now getting set to take over on offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
That's caught by Montgomery. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Pickett.
It's complete to Diggs. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Well, the Honolulu offense making its return to the field now.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. This will be caught. Judy. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's got a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
2nd and 14. Throwing is Hurts.
This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career. That ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the past, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys were excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
Edwards-Helaire. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Here's Hurts to throw.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dreadnoughts go up by 2 touchdowns.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Pickett now on first down. He has it complete to Christian Watson.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up second down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Now Pickett.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. Only a yard there, sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Pickett. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Meanwhile, Pickett's throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Pickett back to throw.
Caught, Kelsey, left side. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
Back to throw, Pickett. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! Christian Watson from 8 yards out. And the Tigers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Well, the Honolulu offense making its return to the field now. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Now 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Rolling to his right. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Hassan Reddick able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
He completes it to Wilson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Pickett going right back to Wilson.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Tigers.
Looking to throw, Pickett. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
They'll throw again with Pickett.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42.
They go play action with Hurts.
Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hurts going to run it himself.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Hurts.
Touchdown! Mark Andrews, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Dreadnoughts are on their way to a 2-0 start. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. San Juan now getting set to take over on offense.
And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Pickett now from the gun here.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The offense on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Racing to the end zone.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, We take a break. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
San Juan's offense ready to get started again. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Here's Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To the right side, it's Kelsey. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Pickett's throw taken in by Diggs.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett.
Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelsey. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Pickett right back to the air again.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
Hurts down to one knee, and that should just about do it. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Honolulu, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week.
Meanwhile, for San Juan,
they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.